Jim, I think what I'd like to do is kind of look at how we're using technology to develop some of the law enforcement training that is not only allowing the officers to better accomplish their mission, but is helping save lives.
Well said.
We've talked before that the #1 killer of law enforcement officers is vehicle traffic accidents. And we've talked about that we're using driving simulators now to help them. Not only, we were trying to train them to respond fast. Now with the driving simulators, we're using those to help them develop some of the cognitive skills they need to arrive alive. And I'll give you an example. One of the officers that just had our training, and he was virtually killed a couple of times, the day he went home, he got put into an incident, the same thing that he had just been in the driving simulator. He wrote back to us and said, "Thank you for saving my life."
Wow. Wow, cool.
And
thank you, Sandy, for not using me as an example. I visited FLETC a little while back, and they put me in the simulator, and I think I killed myself as well as a lot of other people in that chase. But so, thank you for not using me.
Well, one of the other things, the second biggest killer of law enforcement officers is in shootings. And unfortunately, in the world that we're in today, our active shooter program has become our #1 asked for training. And the Navy Yard shooting that we just had, the officer that took down the shooter had just been to our active shooter training. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but there was also a school shooting again today in Roswell, New Mexico, and three children were injured. And Roswell, New Mexico is like 60 miles from our training center, and we actually had staff that had children there, us and Border Patrol. So one of the things that FLETC is doing to try to help in this arena is we're partnering with science and technology. They have developed a new virtual world platform where they're training first responders together. So you think about it, you've got an active shooter, which we just had. You've got you've got injuries, and then let's throw a fire in. So when they all get there, who goes in first?
Right.
You got to train them like they fight, and you got to fight like they train.
Well said.
The thing that I'd like to leave you with, and this goes with Donna Roy, and we were talking about HISN, and it's one of the things I'm most excited about because we're the ones that are running toward HISN.
Okay.
We are partnering with HISN right now because Donna talked to you about the operational piece.
Sure.
Now let's take the training piece and put up there with that. So what you're going to get is a one-stop shop for cops. And what happens with FLETC, we get them very early in their careers. So if we can give them their gun, their badge, and a HISN account when they leave, then we have outfitted them with the tools that they need throughout their career to be successful and to bring them safely home to their families at night.
That's a great story, and leading with the fact that it's all about saving lives and creating that type of environment. That's well said.
You can also ratchet that up too, because that's not just for law enforcement, but for anyone that is training that has a mission to protect the homeland.
Right.
So it's bigger than law enforcement, but the law enforcement piece is the one that we're really pushing.